Today is Friday. Friday the whatever the fuck it is. Is it really Friday? I don't know. You know what the problem is today? I don't know if it's doctors thinking they're underpaid and they have to ask you to come back 6 times to get $100 for each visit so they make enough money to pay for their livelihoods or pay for their things, or is it just this attitude adjustment that the RCMP, the military, my mother, because she's a fucking retarded fucking bitch, goes around saying that her son has an attitude problem and is faking his injuries when x-rays after x-rays says, hey, he's got something wrong with his back. You know what the problem is? It's society. You think because you have a job better than somebody else, RCMP, a doctor, a teacher, a lawyer, that you're better than a street person, a bum on the street. As Mom said when she spit in my face, you're a no good, homeless motherfucker, basically. And trying to kick me in the balls. And throw her fucking ashtray at me. My mother disowned me fucking 12 years ago. And before that, in 1995, in the summer when I was going out to visit my father, my birth father, that is, not my Chinese father, David Lai, who raised me. My drug dealer dad, Ross Joseph Bain, Francis Bain, who worked for AGCO Tractors. And Dave Lai worked for the city here and District 71 for CUPE as a teacher for, 3 years? And before that, he worked for CUPE at the Red Deer Regional Hospital in Alberta and in Victoria at, Royal Jubilee. The problem is, you guys. I have an injury. I'm not psychologically damaged other than the cowing and the uttering threats and the threatening gestures from you, the RCMP, the military, my mom, and everybody who's older who tries to dictate that they are the communist parties running our country and our lives, and that we're doing wrong and they're right when they think we should be slaves. Do I want to work? I'd love to fucking work in a fair and equal wage to you motherfuckers who make $80,000 to $100,000 a year, who eat their face off, get the best drugs, the best physicians, all paid for by the taxpayers, and you don't have to pay one fucking thing. It's fucking sick on how you fuckers think. All I want is some forms filled out. And my doctor makes it, I don't want to fill these out. Because you don't have any of this. Just fill it out. My social worker said, fill these forms out. At least you'll get more food money. And a travel allowance. I'm not lying, people. I'm injured. I'm not going to go to work and not get paid again in this Commonwealth Valley where I was tortured by the definition of torture in the Canadian Criminal Code book. It's pretty sick, man. When I can go, a simple person who has never been hired by the RCMP, never gone to a higher education, can go in and read your drug book on drugs that could be bettering people. I'm tired of my testosterone being cut off so my muscles feel more fatigued, and my knee injury comes back, and my back hurts, and it causes me mental, physical fatigue because my hormones aren't intact, because you motherfuckers are playing around with acts of the Holocaust, fucking around with my life, intending to harm me by the Canadian Criminal Code Book of Canada and the Geneva Convention and human rights to travel freely. Everything the Commonwealth Valley has done is not an attitude adjustment to control somebody. It's called torture, plain and simple, intent to harm, enslavement. If you people don't want to smarten up, I guess we can come in here with machetes, picks, axes, fucking chainsaws roaring, and fucking kill everybody. If you're that discriminating to somebody who's impoverished or doesn't make that much money. My mother, she got in 2 car accidents and got paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars. The first one in Victoria, it moved her van 3 feet and she fucking faked it for 6 years. She got $76,000. That's the fucking truth, because I watched her do it. Now she's a nurse again, moving around people and whatnot for 8-9 hours a day. I swear she's on steroids the way she looks now. I like my doctors. I don't know what the problem is on a simple form. I'm not going to go see some psychologist. Why? Psychology is a manipulation of brain, trying to make you just think that there's nothing wrong or there's something wrong because they think they're better than somebody else. Psychology, boom! Take it and throw it out of the fucking country because it's no good for anybody. It's like sticking a fucking wall in front of somebody and just making them go, woo! I gotta go this way because there's a fucking wall in front of me. That's all psychology is, a manipulation. To fuck with somebody's brain is the definition of torture. So quit doing it, people. This is not a military fucking thing. I'm a purebred Canadian citizen, born and raised. My grandmother said what she knows is we came over here in the days of the Mayflower. What proof is it? Just what my grandma said. My mom, she's a fucking bullshit liar motherfucker who's a nurse supposedly in Brandon, Manitoba, where she got her course and that's about it. What she think? She thinks she's a fucking doctor and she knows it all, and she doesn't. All a nurse is a nurse. They're not fucking doctors. They can't diagnose everything. Just like the drunken guy, Mike, in the thing. Canada? There's nothing equal about Canada and the laws of Canada because they discriminate against men and women. Women's lib is way out of hand. This is a sad world. No, I'm not going to another country because it costs too much to go there and I don't know the laws. And hey, I'm a Canadian. I don't see anything outside the box. Why? It costs too much money to travel. Why travel if you can't afford to? If you aren't going to enjoy it, don't do it. I'm tired of being sprayed every fucking other day. That's why I'm going off again, because somebody sprayed me in the fucking clinic this time.